he was one of the legends that started this whole program and got a golf ball going. Really great to see him out here, and it's great.
Always great to catch up with Steve. Our buddy been to him a couple, 3 times a year. That's going to be better. 697, 189 miles an hour, and then it blew up down there in the shutdown angle right now at 7:05. Number 1 is Hector Jr. at 672, and I'm very curious to see how far Angie takes this thing.
Well, you know, Matt Smith leaned over and told her underneath her helmet, don't get too froggy here. So, you know, he's concerned about her too. He wants to make sure that she's okay. So we'd like to see her make just a decent lead here and not get too crazy.
Let me tell you something, she'd kick his tail in bar fight too.
You're probably right about that too. That's right. And he knows it just like I do.
Yeah, love your man. So Blaine Hale, who's in and trying to stay in, and Angie Smith. That'll be interesting to see. There were only 16 bikes that took a time in the first session. There's at least one more back in the pits that hasn't made a run. I mean, potentially, Angie could qualify for this thing, and that would help her even further trying to stay in that top 10.
Well, let's see what happens.
Actually taking about 1,000 feet, shuts off to a 7:02 at 156 miles an hour. Ladies and gentlemen, I got to tell you, 2 months ago, she was tumbling through the shutdown area at about 180 miles an hour. I am very...
He told me next year, he said, we're going to be ready, we're going to have all of our stuff done in the off-season and come Gainesville, we're going to be ready. So I'm really excited for Ryan for next year.
Well, Ryan Ayler, a guy that does it himself. He's got his shop up there in Illinois, the Chicago area, he's into heating and AC business. But he's raced a lot of different types of motorcycles, and he's always relied on himself. There are a lot of places out there where you can buy or lease or get horsepower, but he figures, hey, if you're going to win championships, you got to have something everybody else doesn't have. And so that's why they're running their own campaign.
Yeah, that's a good thing. I was talking to Brian Owens at Vegas at the SEMA show, and we were talking about what's going to happen here in the class. I think you're going to see kind of the elite KB thing where you get camps of guys working together in order to go faster. So to try to do it yourself like Brian's doing is really, really a hard job, but he's getting it done.
Chris Bostic rolling in. And those of you who are watching close, you might have seen how he leans way down like he's in the tuck position before he even stages. There's a laser pointer on the front of that bike. Everybody out here has got a target they shoot for to get them lined up, keep them going down the racetrack straight and down the middle. That's 694 for flying Ryan Ayler, 194 the speed. That'll put the El Bandito Yankee bike up in the number 11 spot. Like Meatloaf said, two out of three, but. And Steve Johnson. Steve J rolling in over here. It's a big help from Big St. Charles when we're out there in the middle of the country. They're still helping out along with Mac Rack, Toll Plumbing. I said, keep going. Rocking up and down the road. Lance Bonham, currently not qualified. He's the one that just got bumped out. And the 7:14 you see on the scoreboard, that would be Gaige Herrera.
Lance go better than 7:14, for sure. Stevie, it's not time for Stevie to step up here. We've been talking about this a couple rounds. It's time to have it.
676, 197 for Stevie J. There you go. Put him all the way up to the number 3.
It actually, something happened to the motor. Number 1 cylinder, something wrong with it. I'm not sure what, but he had pretty good. I think the middle time is down. I think he'll go pretty good if he gets away from start.
John Hall over here on the right side, the brakes machine out of the White Alligator too. Miles an hour, and Gaige Herrera goes to the top by 8,000ths of a second. Hector Ron
He's been really good lately. Tim gives him a little more speed at the finish line. He's going to go with a good number here too.
The temperature here at In and Out Pomona drag strip, 75 degrees. Direction is 105. Density altitude 2,360 feet. Almost no water in the air. The grains are only 10. It's just an absolute perfect day for a drag racing. Glad we scheduled one for today. Like it did off the starting line. Kelly steps up. Yeah, starting line, finish line. Whatever. Just NASCAR details. Start, finish line. Low point 674, 201 miles an hour should be. Matt Smith goes to 732, setting off to 151. So Eddie makes second best run of the round.
And I'm sure that they could definitely go to the top of this list.
Well, these are the final two bikes. The reason for that is because they were the quickest two, taking into consideration the lanes they were running in. The Gentrax machine over here is Hector Ronner Jr. He needs to pick up 8 thousandths of a second from what he ran earlier in order to get the number 1 spot back. If he does that, he'll add a few more points. 4 to be exact for being low ET.
Jianna definitely gets improvement of the year, right, Alan? I mean, she's definitely stepped that bike up, and that whole package is really looking a lot more competitive than it has in the races this year. So nice to see her